Hello class 9th, how are you all? This is the fourth video of your chapter, A House is Not a Home. In the previous three videos, we have understood about the theme and the title of the chapter, and we had also studied first two paragraphs. And now we are going to read and understand your third paragraph. So let's get started. So one Sunday afternoon, not long after I had started high school, I was sitting at home at our dining room table doing homework. It was a cold and windy fall day, and we had a fire going in our fireplace. As usual, my red tabby cat was laying on top of all my papers, purring loudly and occasionally sweating at my pen for entertainment's sake. So, what is the scenario here? Now, Jane said that. So, one Sunday afternoon, not long after I had started high school, okay, so he said that it is not so long that I had started my new school. So, I was sitting one Sunday afternoon and I was sitting at home at our dining room table doing homework. So, he was busy doing his homework at that time, and it was, you can say, very cold and windy day, and we had a fire going in our fireplace, right? So usually when you check out the houses of the, right, Canada or America, they all have fireplaces in the rooms so that they can lit fire and they can enjoy the warmth. So as usual, my red tabby cat was laying on top of all my papers. So he has a pet cat, and that cat is sitting there on top of his papers, right, purring loudly. Purring means is creating some sound, and occasionally sweating. At sweating means hitting something. So the cat was hitting his pen for anything, means any entertainments kind of okay thing. So it was hitting the pen of Jan. So it is very normal paragraph. Just the situation has been explained here. So next is she was never far from me. So Jan is talking about his cat, right? The cat is very lovable, very affectionate to him, and she never goes away from Jan. I had rescued her when she was a kitten. So why this cat has got lot of affection for Jan? Because when it was a kitten, it was rescued by Jan, okay, and somehow she knew that I was the one responsible for giving her the good life. So maybe this cat knew that Jan is my lifesaver. He has saved my life, so that's why she was so connected with the Jan, and she always, you can say, roaming around him, right? Next is, my mother kept stoking the fire to keep the house nice and warm. So mother was busy feeding the fire, or you can say, okay, so that they could enjoy the warmth in this windy and cold day. Suddenly I smelled something strange, and then I noticed it, smoke pouring in through the seams of the ceiling. The smoke began to fill the room so quickly that we could barely see. Groping our way to the front door, we all ran out into the front yard. By the time we made our way outside, the whole roof was engulfed in flames and it was spreading quickly. I ran to the neighbors to call the fire department while I watched my mother run back into the house. So, my mother kept stoking the fire, as we know that she was feeding the fire so that they could enjoy the warmth. But suddenly, what they felt, they smelled something very, very awkward, very, very strange. Okay, so burning, you can say, smell was coming there, and then I noticed just smoke pouring in through the seams of the ceiling. Right, so from the seams, from the, you can say, cracks of the ceiling, they could see, the smoke coming in the room. So that was very awkward, you can say, situation at that moment. Smoke pouring in through the seams of the ceiling, the smoke began to fill the room. So very okay quickly the room was filled with the smoke. Smoke was all around, so it was difficult to stay there, and we could barely see. And in the smoke, you cannot see. So what were they doing? They were groping in the, okay, that smoke. Groping means they were by using their hands, they were touching the things, and they were identifying, because actually they cannot see, so they can only grope, or they can touch the things, and okay, so they can feel, so that they can find the path to move away or run away from this situation. So they were finding the door in this way when they were groping in that smoke. So we all ran out into the front yard. So somehow they managed to get out of that house, and now they were standing in the garden outside, you can say front yard outside. By the time we made our way outside, the whole roof was engulfed in flames. So as they get outside, so entire house was on flame now, and it was spreading very quickly. I ran to the neighbors to call the fire department. So Jan just went there to the neighbors, and he wanted to call the fire department. And this is very, okay, you can say quick response of anybody, that anybody when there is a fire, so this is the first task that you have to do. While I watched my mother run back into the house, and when he was going to neighbors to call the fire department, he saw that his mother is running back to the house. Okay, what was the reason for that, we will come to know in the next, you can say, paragraph, and in the next video also. Till then, thank you very much. So nice of you.